We're across the pond this week as our 2-2 Raiders take on the 1-3 Chicago Bears in rainy London. The Raiders look to bounce back after a heartbreaking loss to the Colts last week, but it won't be easy. First quarter action, Richard takes the stretch outright, but gets shut down by linebacker Raekwon Smith. Then Carr drops back and throws a dart to Waller across the middle, and he picks up 15. Later in the drive, Carr with the play action tries to hit Grant on the slant, but it bounces off his hands, incomplete. Raiders would punt. Bears pinned deep, and Mike Davis takes the handoff, bounces it out right, takes a big hit, but gains 8. Next play, Trubisky with the play action rolls left, and hits Trey Burton on the drag, and he picks up 15. Later in the drive, Trubisky goes back to the air and decides to take off. He gets the edge and slides down after picking up 14 yards. 2 plays later, Trubisky drops back. And look at this throw to a slipping Allen Robinson, and he powers his way to 15. Then on first, Mitch goes back to the air, and look at this dime downfield to Taylor Gabriel for 35. 2 plays later, Cohen takes the handoff up the middle and dives him to the end zone. Bears strike first, 7-0. Next, Raiders possession, Carr with the deep drop, and he hits Grant on the outside for 8. Then Carr drops back, loads up, and goes deep to Williams. He makes the catch, gets a block from Waller, and is gone. Tyrell Williams goes 65 yards to the house. Touchdown, Raiders. We're knotted up at 7. But here come the Bears. Trubisky with the play action, and he throws it up for Robinson on the sideline, and he comes down with it. What a grab. Then Cohen takes the handoff up the gut, tries to bounce it outside, ends up getting 9. But on third and short, Trubisky throws a pop pass to Gabriel, but Garyon Conley shuts it down. Bears set up for a long field goal, but Matt Bryant pushes it right. No good. And the Raiders would come out running. Richard bounces it to the outside and picks up 5. Then on third, Carr with the deep drop and connects with Grant at the marker for the first. 2 plays later, Carr goes back to the air and hits Williams wide open on the out route. He turns, hits the sideline, and dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. Oakland leads 14-7. Bears look to answer. Cohen takes the handoff, bounces it out left, then cuts it back inside and picks up 13. Then Trubisky shows off his legs, finding room on the left, getting upfield and picking up 19 big yards. 2 plays later, Mitch goes play action and takes off left, but Jonathan Abram tracks him down for the sack. Third down for the Bears. Trubisky drops back, tries to take off again, but gets sacked by Maurice Hurst. Bears would punt. Raiders come out facing a 3rd and 12. Carr drops back and lobs it to the outside for Waller on the sideline, but gets picked off by Clinton Dix. Great play by the safety. And the Bears look to capitalize. Trubisky would come out throwing, hitting Gabriel on the drag, and the speedster turns upfield and gets down to the 10. Then Mitch drops back and decides to take off. He weaves through traffic and gets down to the goal line. 2 plays later, Trubisky drops back again and decides to tuck it. He gets hit, and it's a fumble. Joseph scoops it up and is gone. Carl Joseph goes 99 yards to the house. Touchdown, Raiders. They lead 20-7. But Trubisky would come back out throwing. He lobs it up on the outside to Patterson. He jumps up and comes down with it for the first. Then Cohen takes a sweep right, finds a lane, gets upfield, and picks up a huge gain. 2 plays later, Cohen gets it again, and look at the moves from the shifty back. He gets inside the 20. Next play, Trubisky drops back and hits Trey Burton in the end zone. Bears cut into the lead. We've got 1:18 left in the half. Carr comes out throwing. He sneaks one into Renfro for 9. Then on third down, Carr hits Waller on the drag route, and look at all the room for the big tight end. He picks up a huge gain. Next play, Carr goes back to the air. It is Corey Grant, and the speedy wideout gets down to the 23. 3 plays later, Carr drops back, tries to throw it deep to Williams. It gets tipped and picked off by Buster Screen, and that will send us to the half. Raiders up 20-14. Start of the third, Trubisky with the play action. He rolls out to the left, tries to get to the outside, but Abrams shuts him down. 2 plays later, Trubisky uses his legs again, breaking the pocket up the middle and slides down for the first. A few plays later, Trubisky with the play action and a deep drop and throws a dot to Allen Robinson downfield, and he gets down to the 25. Then Trubisky hits Anthony Miller on the slant, and he does the rest. Breaks tackles and spins into the end zone. Bears regain the lead. Ensuing kickoff, Harris catches it at the 5. He starts inside, bounces it outside, and gets the corner. The speedster gets tackled out at midfield. And the Raiders would come out running. Washington takes the stretch right, turns the corner, and picks up 9. Then Richard takes the handoff up the middle, catches a block downfield, and picks up 10 more. 2 plays later, Carr with the play action. He feels the pressure, throws it up, and gets picked off by Danny Trevathan. The Bears take over, and here comes Cohen. He takes the stretch right and finds a huge hole, turns upfield, and picks up 14. Then Trubisky goes back to the air and hits Anthony Miller over the middle. He gets down to the 36. 2 plays later, Mitch goes play action, and he takes off. He avoids 1 defender and gets down to the 20-yard line. A few plays later, Trubisky uses those legs again, breaking the pocket, juking out a defender, and getting into the 2. 2 plays later, the second-year quarterback goes back. He tries to sneak out to the left, but Abram hits him, and it's a fumble. Arden Key scoops it up, and he takes it back to the 40-yard line. Great stand for the Raiders defense. Next Raiders possession, Richard takes the stretch left, weaves through traffic, hits the sidelines, and turns on the burners. Jalen Richard takes it to the house. Touchdown Raiders. What a run by Richard. Bears down 5, and Trubisky drops back. He tries to break the pocket, but Taco Charlton is there to get the sack. 2 plays later, Mitch with the play action. He breaks the pocket left, and he slides down just short of the first Bears would punt. And the Raiders look to put the game away. Richard takes the handoff outright, turns the corner, and gets 8. Then Washington takes the handoff right, stutter steps, gets upfield, and powers his way to 15. The drive was stalled, and Carlson comes on to kick the field goal, but he pushes it right, no good. And here come the Bears. Trubisky with the deep drop, steps up, and throws a dart to Miller on the sideline for the first. A few plays later, Trubisky with the play action, and he decides to take off. The QB gets the edge and slides down to get the first. Trubisky is picking apart this Raiders secondary. This time he hits Ridley downfield for 25 yards. Then Trubisky with the deep drop, and he goes over the middle to Ridley again, and he gets into the end zone. Bears back on top. Raiders take over. Carr with the deep drop, and he hits Williams on the outside, and he gets inside the 40. 2 plays later, Carr drops back, but the Bears send the pressure. Aaron Lynch gets the sack. Last chance for Oakland. Carr drops back. Bears send the blitz, and it gets home. Bush gets the sack, and that would do it. Chicago escapes London with a 1-point win. Derek Carr had a rough day, 263 yards through the air, 2 touchdowns, but 3 interceptions. Jalen Richard had 104 yards on the ground and a score. Out wide, Terrell Williams had 4 grabs for 147 yards and 2 touchdowns, and the defense was led by Jonathan Abram and his 7 tackles. That's back-to-back tough losses for our Raiders, but thankfully we have made it to the bye week, and hopefully we can get Josh Jacobs back next week versus the Packers. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're brand new. Don't forget to ring that bell. Join the Noti Squad and hit those links down in my description. Follow your boy on Facebook, Twitter, and IG at Big C Got Game. Coming up, we'll take our first look at the draft class and get ready for the Packers. Have a great day, guys. 2 fingers in the air. Peace.